Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another vlog. It is my second week of the Halloweenathon. This is hosted by the lovely Kelsey and many more hosts. I'm going to have the main host linked down below, but yeah, go check out my first video for the Halloweenathon if you've missed it. I did read some books in that video as well as participate and kind of showed my overall gameplay, if you will, on how I am doing my Halloweenathon. Kelsey is super creative and made different board game maps so that you can fill them in yourself, do them yourself. Everybody can literally do whatever they want with this type of readathon, and it just makes it really enjoyable, and it's exciting to see everybody's different takes and what they do with it. This is what my map is currently looking like. For my first week, after missing quite a few days because of moving, packing, moving, cleaning, unpacking, which I'm still in the process of, I was still able to tick off quite a few, and also I made it through my first two places. So that means I'm moving on into the third place. This is Cameron's Library Macabre. So I can't remember exactly what we rolled for this one, but I do know that I landed on 21, which is Don't Fear the Reaper, read a book or watch a movie show about grief. And because I want to start the vlog off with my first book pick, I'm finally going to read it. I've had it on my shelf for way too long, and I don't know how heavy grief is going to be in this one. This is actually, for some reason, a Stephen King book that I've owned for a really long time, that I've wanted to read for a really long time, and just haven't. I've only seen bits and pieces of the movie because, again, like I've mentioned before, I am a read before watch type of person, so maybe I'll be able to get to not only the book but also the movie as well this week. But yeah, I'm really excited to finally read this one, and I'm not really wanting to dive too heavy in any more grief books at the moment. It's my time of the month and I'm super emotional as is, so I need to keep things rolling. With that being said, I am going to be watching and reading different books and stuff this week for other videos as well. So as soon as I wrap on Pet Semetery, I will let you guys know my thoughts, and we'll roll again to see what is next. And just like the last vlog, I'm hoping to make it through 2 places on my board for this vlog. So it could be a really short vlog if I roll high numbers. It could be a really long vlog if I roll low numbers. Pet Semetery, if you do not know, is about when Dr. Lewis Creed takes a new job and moves his family to the idyllic and rural town of Ludlow, Maine. This new beginning seems too good to be true, yet despite Ludlow's tranquility, there's an undercurrent of danger that exists here. Those trucks on the road outside the Creeds' beautiful old home travel just a little too quickly, for one thing, as evidenced by the makeshift pet cemetery out back in the nearby woods. Then there are the warnings to Lewis, both real and from the depths of his nightmares, that he should not venture beyond the borders of this little graveyard. A blood-chilling truth is hidden there, one more terrifying than death itself and hideously more powerful. An ominous fate befalls anyone who dares tamper with the forbidden place, as Lewis is about to discover for himself. am in my Chucky shirt still. I changed yesterday. I wore a sweater there, my black sweater, and it got really hot. I was like, oh my gosh, all week it's been nice, like fall weather. Sorry, my bangs are driving me insane too. But it's been nice, like fall weather, and I'm like, perfect. I'm gonna wear my first like actual sweater out of the house, and I ended up changing in the car. Thankfully, I had like my black like bralette like thing over my actual bra, so I was just layered up, and for what reason, it still felt like summertime. And the band competition, like concert things, were like in the center of the football field, so we were like up in the stands, and it did cool off once the shade like hit us as the sun was setting, but it was still hotter. Too hot for a sweater. Anyways, with that being said, I barely made any progress on Pet Semetery, so my goal today is to finish this because I've been working on it for way too long. I feel like this past week, since I've started Pet Semetery, I feel like I started it and I set it down and I kind of went to a little bit of a slump. I'm enjoying myself. I'm absolutely loving this book, so I feel like I just got to get the momentum back up and have like stuff to do. I feel like right now my brain is not settling with just sitting down and reading a book, unfortunately. I think it's just with moving, I'm still in that mindset, and I feel like I have so much to get done. I almost feel like it's these like OCD tendencies that are starting to form within me because it's been like really bad. I feel like this past summer I've become a lot more agitated and irritated if like stuff isn't the way I want it to be, or organized or clean. And more so just like in my home, that with moving and all the messes it makes, I don't know, my mood has just been so off. And every time I try to like think about it or think like what could be causing it, I really think it's because things are still messy. And it's not messy. Like my house is probably cleaner right now than it's been in years. Been very like over the top about it. I don't know. It's just like it's almost just like this year a flip switch with me. I feel like I was so relaxed because I have kids, you know? I was so relaxed, just kind of letting a lot of stuff go, and now I don't know, that there's just something that's like really been bothering me, and I still don't have like the most pristine house on the block, but I don't know. It's just been weird. I thought I would share that little mental health update because it's been quite the change lately, and I've been seeing it in myself a lot. Also, like with my overall mood and how I've been functioning has just not been well. And one of the things I keep putting off is my closet and my bedroom because I keep focusing on all the other parts of the house. And for the most part, upstairs is done. I still have a lot to get to with my office. I got a lot of the family room downstairs situated. James has been working like on his office. I have like the storage room more organized. So really when it comes down to it, I have like my plant situation I need to figure out. Like I got to repot some before it gets too cold and bring them in. I need to finish up my office, decorating, organizing, putting everything away. My closet downstairs in that office needs to be organized. I got my bathroom stuff all organized this past week. So really what it comes down to is just finishing up my office downstairs, that closet. We still have a bunch of stuff in our garage that's like been boxed up for a while, just in storage. So I kind of want to start kind of slowly going through all of that and moving it down to the storage room or putting it where it needs to go. So honestly, a lot of stuff is coming together, but I thought, you know what, it's Sunday. I'm going to spend the weekend this Sunday relaxing. I might try to fit in a killer clown look later tonight, but for now, I'm going to focus in on my closet. I'm leaving my Alex drawers upstairs instead of taking them downstairs to the office because day to day when I'm getting ready up here in my bathroom. And so I thought I could utilize this Alex drawer instead of for just makeup to also store maybe some jewelry, sunglasses, perfume, different things like that. And I also have these that I ordered specially for my Alex drawer years ago.
So all of my lipsticks are still going to stay upstairs, which I think I'm okay with, because I think instead of reaching for the same lipstick every damn day, I will actually pick a new lip color every day, which I love doing, because it'll be right up here. I won't be like, oh, I have to go downstairs. I'm just going to use this one that I have in my purse. So I can actually utilize my collection a lot more like I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to have to come up with a good system for my eyeshadows so that I can do the same thing with those, but those are going to be stored downstairs. With that being said, I feel like I'm so out of breath. I am sitting here, it's a mess around me. I have my liquid lipsticks, a little bit of my lip glosses that I think just fell into this tote. So I have more lip glosses somewhere. I just have to find them. They're in a box somewhere, and I really hope they're not in the garage, because yikes. But then I have my lipsticks, and I'm really hoping I can declutter and get them down to just these 2 organizers. And I think before I would organize them by brand, I think this time around I'm going to organize them by shade. So I think I want to have like a thing of nudes, or just my go-to everyday shades, whatever that might be, and then a little bit of the more bold lips in one. But I really hope with traditional lipsticks I can get it down to just these 2, because I have more than just these 2 right now, and it takes up a whole drawer, so it needs to happen. While I do that, Kelsey is currently sprinting, and Lauren just joined, so I'm trying to like listen and use those sprints to stay productive so I can get this done. This is number 1 on my list today, is to get like my lipsticks decluttered and in the Alex Shore, finish up organizing the Alex Shore, and then I'm going to continue my Pet Semetery read and chill out. I did put a poll up on my stories on my beauty Instagram, asking about how I'm going to film these, because I'm going to film the declutter, but I wanted to know if people wanted to see it in a full YouTube video, and it'll probably just be like an extra beauty video, or if they just want to see it in TikTok Reels forms, and then I'll just post it to YouTube Shorts, but it'll be in parts. I'm not sure. I kind of want to do the parts just so that it's not so much talking on my end, because I feel like I'm just going to listen to my audiobook and film the declutter, and then if people choose they want a full YouTube video on it, then I'm going to get ready later tonight, or tomorrow maybe when I get ready, I'll sit down and show like what I'm decluttering and just kind of do that then. But the majority of it will be voiceover or music over it, because I just want to sit here and chill while I declutter these. I'll probably do some swatches, maybe. I have a lot to go through. I need to get rid of. Some are just like actually expired and have went completely bad, like they smell. I have to do this. Anyways, that is my Sunday reset, I guess, for you. I have other laundry and stuff like that I want to get done too, so I'm gonna get the day going, take you guys along with me so we can finish this book and talk about it, and I guess see where this lipstick declutter takes me. Also, my Sonic drink, a little bit of caffeine to keep me going today. They all smell and look gorgeous. Downstairs, but I would probably store these downstairs as like decorations, so these will probably go downstairs, as well as my Hocus Pocus one, just a red in the shade Winnie. I also think I'm keeping all of my ColourPop Disney as well as my basic ColourPops, because I love these shades so much and they all are still in really good condition. Shades and varieties going on here. declutter most of these jumbo. I just never reach for them. This tart one, although it's almost completely gone. Ended up so I have the full size. I'm going to declutter these 2 pinks, but I'm going to keep these 3 shades. These are some of my readathon matte light crayons. The other ones I love in my purses and other places. 2 Fenties because they're very unique. The green and the dark blue. I'm gonna keep my XO Beauty lipsticks. Declutter. Keep this way. Declutter. They're all 3 very unique nudes that I really want to keep.
So I'm still currently decluttering. I took a break a while ago. I did some lipsticks earlier, then I got like some chores and stuff done. I finished Pet Semetery. I'm super proud of myself because I had quite a bit of this to go, and I just like, I buckled down and I zoomed through it, and it's been the first time I've been able to like sit down and fully like engage with an audiobook for a while, because I feel like here lately I've been putting an audiobook on, getting something done, but it's like unloading the dishwasher, loading it up, and then like I pause my book and do something else, you know? So like today it's like full on reset, declutter, all of that. So there's so many chores. I was able to buckle down and get it done. I am sorry if you do hear my washer and dryer. I'm also washing some bedding, so it's a little loud. I'm also watching for the first time, but like it's not live. I've missed so many of Kelsey's lives from Slime and Slasher, who is hosting Halloweenathon. And so I've been using her past lives as motivation to get like some productivity done and like also read, you know, sprints. Yeah. Anyways, so since I've missed so many of them this month, I'm like watching watching them now for the first time. So it's, I feel like I'm watching like the live, you know, since I wasn't there. Anyways, it's helping me stay consistent and motivated, and that's why I'm back at it. So I did roll again. First of all, I took a better video, so I'll show it, but like, this is how many lipsticks I've decluttered so far. And that's just my traditional ones, like the bullet lipstick, so like the regular like twist up lipsticks. That's it. And you guys should see the drawer. I know I still have lipsticks in like my purses, like around the house, and probably downstairs on my desk in my office. So I kind of want to wait until I tidy my office up. And I have a couple of boxes still in my office I need to unpack, and I think I have some lipsticks in one of those. And then I'm going to get them all through my purses and stuff so that I can actually properly store them all away. But I feel like most of them are going to be keeps just because they're in my purses. Like, I'm using them all the time. But I haven't taken a video of my actual drawer yet with the lipsticks I'm keeping because I don't have all of them in there yet. But there's like spots for them, so that's a plus. I'm doing good so far. Now, I'm not lifting this, so I will show you guys the video I took. I'm diving into my liquid lipsticks. So these are all of my lipsticks that are in tubes that you put on as liquids, and then they dry down as mattes. If you didn't know, I'm sure you're familiar with what a liquid lipstick is, but that's me explaining it. And this angle is awful because I went downstairs to my office and I was gonna film down there, but I was like, I have the living room to myself right now, so I'm just going to watch sprints on my TV and declutter right here instead of downstairs. And I left my tripod down there. So you're propped up on my bookshelf and hopefully the audio is not bad. Anyways, you guys, Pet Semetery. First time reading this, and I talked about in the intro, like, I need a book with grief, so I hope like this is it. I literally went to this book blindly. I don't know how I haven't been spoiled on this. I think I always just assumed that this is a Frankenweenie, you know, your animal dies, you're bringing it back to life type story, which it is. It's just, Stephen King really takes it there. You know, he's going to give you that, but he's going to give you an even creepier aspect of it being also humans. And I was not expecting that and the amount of grief that was going to come with that for this family. And another book where I absolutely love his characters. There was just something about this family that I absolutely loved. They felt so real and authentic, and I just loved that he really focused in, I feel like, on these characters and made them very raw and open and honest, and I just loved them. And I had to mention it because if you've been on my channel, you know that Stephen King books are always hits for me for the most part, but his characters are not. It's very rare that it happens. But with this one, I loved this family so much while reading this book. And so the grief, let's just say I've been crying in the club. I'm so glad I did not put makeup on today because I've been crying. I'm like kind of getting teary-eyed now, like thinking about it again and some of these scenes. And besides that, you have like some body horror going on because it's talking about, I mean, humans, but also animals, without spoilers, but like them coming back to life. So like you're gonna have like decomposing bodies and stuff from like animals and humans, and it just, the way he describes things, it's so creepy and so nasty and just, oh my god, so good. 5 stars. I absolutely loved this. I don't know why it took me so long to get to this. It's so hard because I have so many Stephen King books. Stephen King has written so many books, and over the years, I've wanted to really buckle down and read every book by him, and I feel like this year, I'm starting to pick up the pace a little bit and I'm reading more and more, but I have got to get my butt in gear and just like really buckle down and start reading through his work, because every single time I'm like, oh my god, why did I put this off for so long? It's so good. Why did I not read it before? I should have read this years ago. And I say that because this is now up there with The Shining for me. And The Shining is my favorite Stephen King ever. I'm hoping to reread The Shining soon because it's been a minute. But yeah, this one's up there, and I would say probably top 3 Stephen King books for me because it's
Oh, it was just so good. Definitely checked off the grief prompt too, bawling my eyes out. Then I rolled. I get so excited to roll because I just want to know like what's next. I rolled a 3, and so I landed on a good book. Read a book blurbed by Stephen King or R.L. Stine. Obviously, I'm gonna pick Stephen King, but now I need to go through my books. I actually have a stack from the library right now. So fingers crossed that one of them is blurbed by Stephen King. He blurbs so much that I'm like, I have to have something, but I'm still not sure. So we will see on that one. But because of that, I rolled again, which weirdly I got another 3. But I wanted to roll again because I kind of want to be able to plan out like maybe my next like movie watch or activity. I feel like I need something because I feel like this vlog has just been me consumed reading this book. It took me a little bit longer to get through it for this one. And I know I need to wrap this up soon because I'm starting to fall behind on like when I was supposed to edit this video and like post it soon, and yeah. So I was hoping to like roll something maybe even for the rest of this video for just like movie watches, but I rolled another 3. So I am still at Cameron's location, and this might just be a longer vlog, but time-wise for when I need to edit and put this video up, it's starting to stress me out a little bit. Anyways, with that being said, the next one with the 3 that I landed on was a Ghastly Grinner. Read a spooky comic book or graphic novel, or watch a comic book themed movie or TV episode. And I'm kind of torn again. Like, I don't have anything in mind for this prompt. I do have some manga I could maybe pick up. I don't know. I just kind of wanted something more Halloween themed maybe. So instead of rolling again, because I feel like I'm already overwhelming myself, I'm going to find a blurbed Stephen King, or a book blurbed by Stephen King, and I'm going to figure out what to do with this next prompt, because it's probably going to be reading a manga or trying to find some type of like Halloween cartoon type comic type thing to watch. I don't know. Anyways, besides that, I'm going to be getting the rest of my chores done, decluttering some more lipsticks, filming that. And also, I think I'm going to do another killer clown tonight so I can have another look done. And I think I can do it since I haven't done my makeup today. I feel like I'll be more motivated to like create tonight and stuff. So yeah, that's the plans. I will check in with you guys soon. Currently, obviously in the car. Hopefully my air isn't too loud, or my car isn't too loud. But I brought my makeup bag with me. We have school movie night tonight. Let's just say we've officially reached the part of fall where it's so busy. Like, we can't keep anything straight. There's so much going on. I'm literally in parent pickup line doing my makeup. This is what it's come to. I actually do this more often than I care to admit. I just know when I get home, I'm going to have to feed 2 hungry little kids and get dinner going for me and James, and even thinking about getting ready during that time is gonna send me, so it is what it is. It's also super busy time because I forget everything, and I meant to update you guys yesterday. Look, the weekend was just really busy. God, my hair is just gonna do whatever for now. The weekend was just really busy because we went out of town we had to get the boys costumes because tonight is Axel's movie night and the kids are supposed to dress up. So we needed costumes, but also my brother was performing his band competition, so we got to go and see him and go Halloween shopping and eat out with some family, and it was a good time. And yesterday was kind of like my reset, but I completely forgot to tell you guys about my second roll. I even talked about my rolls last night because after I finished Pet Semetery, I rolled again, but I completely forgot to tell you guys that, like, I did the same thing. I rolled Saturday because I was hoping to get like a movie or something for the weekend, and I actually did. I forgot what the prompt was. You guys will see the video, but it had something to do with Halloweentown, and funny enough, we've been watching through all the Halloweentowns this month already, and I still needed to get to the fourth one, which I guess, unlike Cameron, have a love-hate relationship with. I actually loved Halloweentown 4 when it first premiered and stuff. It was like my peak Disney days, Disney Channel days, and I actually really liked the plot of the movie and all of that. I couldn't say it's a favorite because I will never forgive Disney for what they did to Marnie. Anyways, thought I'd mention it because I completely forgot and didn't in my last checkups. In case you were wondering about my book I was supposed to get or pick out with either R.L. Stine or Stephen King blurbs, I went with one of my library books. I'm currently reading Catorina Ward. I'm wanting to do 3 books by Catorina Ward because I've had so many of her books on my TBR for over a year now. Do I have time to do that right now? Absolutely not. Am I going to still do it? Looks like it. This is Sundial. I'm about to start it. Stephen King blurbed it by saying, a true nerve shredder that keeps its mind blowing secrets to the very end. And there's also, I think, another blurb from Stephen King for this book that I've seen too. Anyways, I'm gonna finish getting ready in my car. Ooh, bring it down the neck, bring it down the neck. Start this book. I do have the audiobook through Hoopla, so hopefully I can fly through it because this video, you guys, I was setting down to start editing it and I was like, I'm not even done reading for this video. My other prompt, I still have not found a book yet, so I'll do that tonight. I will figure out at least what I am reading or watching with that prompt tonight. Anyways, we have movie night. The elementary school that the boys have went to, they do it every year, so we did it for Roman's 3 years at elementary, and now we're on Axel's 2nd year of elementary. Every year, it's so much fun, but I'm not gonna lie, we always leave before the movie's over because it's so chaotic, it's so loud. They do like the 3rd graders do pumpkins, so everybody else can like vote on pumpkins, and then they have like popcorn and I think like hot dogs and stuff like that for like movie night, and then we watch a movie. But they also do, before the movie, the Halloween like parade where they have all the kids go like in a parade so the parents can see them all in costume, and it's super cute with all the kids. But after all of that, then finally starting the movie, like we never make it all the way through. It's so busy, it's so loud, just doesn't happen. So this year the new principal, she decided to pick a Halloween movie. I forgot what it's called, but I think she said it's like 45 minutes. So she was like, I picked a 45-minute video or movie so that maybe it's more doable for the parents because apparently they seem to leave early. I'm like, thank you. Just that, but I'm excited that it's Halloween themed. It's never Halloween themed. It's always something else, which is fine, but I'm excited that it's an actual Halloween movie. So yeah, we're gonna do movie night. I'm going to read, and I will update you guys with the other prompt and whenever I finish this book. Oh, I also forgot to mention, I wore this the other day for my Halloween Happy prompt. It was, the prompt was horror shirt, so I'm wearing my Scream, one of them anyways, my Ghostface shirt, and then I have my matching Ghostface and knife earrings. And this one kind of like has a huggy at the top. You can see it. It's really cute.
Okay, guys, I am going to be talking a little quieter because I'm upstairs. Everyone's in bed, for one, but also my throat is super itchy and sore tonight. And I'm scared because it did this a few days ago and I ended up being fine the next day. So I don't know if it's just allergies or what. Not good timing if I'm getting sick. So I'm trying to, knock on wood, not jinx myself. I made myself some hot tea though with honey and I'm trying to drink it, and I'm making progress on Sundial. I'm like zooming through this, you guys. I am over halfway through already and loving it. I know I didn't, well, I say loving it. I'm having a hard time with it. I feel like going from, oh my God, my throat. I feel like going from Pet Semetery to this is like, this is a super heavy video and I apologize. Like I'm just reading super heavy books. But this says all Rob wanted was a normal life. She almost got it too, a husband, 2 kids, a nice house in the suburbs. But Rob fears for her oldest daughter, Callie, who collects tiny bones and whispers to imaginary friends. Rob sees a darkness in Callie, one that reminds her too much of the family she left behind. She decides to take Callie back to her childhood home to Sundial deep in Mojave Desert, and there she will have to make a terrible choice. Callie is worried about her mother. Rob has begun to look at her strangely and speak of past secrets. Callie fears that only one of them will leave Sundial alive. The mother and daughter embark on a dark desert journey to the past in the hopes of redeeming their future. This is, like I mentioned earlier, blurbed by Stephen King and many others that really rave about this, and I've heard such good thing about Catorina Ward in general, but on top of that, Sundial, I've heard amazing things about. It's been on my TBR since it's came out. So I'm super excited to be getting to it. Yeah, it's just really heavy. We have this like dynamic that it's kind of reminding me of my husband, where she's not obsessed with her husband, but there is this like link with them that like, there's something going on. There's something further going on because she's not leaving him. She knows that he's cheating on her. Literally the very first line in the book is, "It's the chicken pox that makes me sure my husband is having another affair." So their younger daughter, Annie, has chicken pox, and so does the neighbor kids who Rob has kept away from, and Rob is the mom. She's kept her kids away from them, and it's her first clue that her husband's having another affair with that family's mom, and that is how the chicken pox got from that family to this family. And it's just like gut-wrenching, it's heartbreaking. They just treat each other so sadly, especially him to her, but like Rob, the mom, is just so weird too, and now we're starting to kind of learn about her childhood, and it was almost kind of like cult-like and just weird, and I don't know, I feel like it's gonna really go there with the end. Like I feel like I could either probably land at like a 4 and be like, this was a super interesting read, or it's gonna do something like mind-blowingly wild and it's gonna be a 5-star. That's kind of where I'm at. Rob is struggling with having, she's just kind of a weird mother too, because it is full-on favoritism. The dad favors one kid and then she favors the other, and the one that the dad favors is her like creepy kid who apparently, I don't, from the sound of it, has like taken animals carcasses and like is cleaning them in her bedroom, and Rob has had enough and she's like, okay, I'm taking my daughter back to where my childhood was at and I'm teaching her about it, and we're kind of trying to figure out and get into this mom's brain of like what she's trying to do, like what is her game plan here, because she seems so sure of herself and like she knows what she's doing. We're like, what are you doing? she wants a better life for her and her kids. She wants to be able to have that life for both of her kids, but she's also being really shady, and we're getting kind of just this weird narrative point from her of like, what's the right word? I guess just not reliable. And then it goes to Callie, her preteen daughter, who is, you know, her creepy one that likes bones, that she's taking with her, and she's starting to get it in her head with her like other voices that are in her head that her mom is taking her out to this desert to her and to not bring her back home with them because she just favors the other daughter. And Rob starts telling her the story of like her childhood, and it's like, just what? Anyways, I'm rather enjoying myself. I'm gonna take a detour, take some medicine because I'm just really feeling it. And while I wait for my medicine to kick in before I go to bed, I am going to reread Hotel Diablo by Machine Gun Kelly and Z2 Comics, but there was somebody else. Oh, Machine Gun Kelly with Eliot, Rahal, and Ryan Cady. I read this back when it came out, when I first got it, and it's really cool. It's like a few different stories in one of these guests going to Hotel Diablo and just the weirdest shit happening while they're there. I rather enjoyed it the first read through, and I thought it would be the perfect kind of like comic book to read for this prompt. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna take a slight detour, so maybe I can read this tonight and then finish up Sundial in the morning, because I'm just really feeling it right now, you guys. Besides that, crocheting has been my new favorite thing. I can't stop. I've been making like cute little spider webs for my bookshelves. I have one hanging up already, and this is the second one I made. I love them, they're so cute, but I am determined to make a granny square sweater. And I am starting another one that's a lot more complicated. I'm setting it aside for tonight. I need something easier. And I need to just get better at my tension and my stitches. So I decided to go with just like this plain design to just really learn the granny square and these stitches really well, and I love it. This is just some yarn I had sitting around, but I do know that Hobby Lobby carries this yarn, so I'm gonna keep this and go pick up some more. This was literally 99 cents for this yarn bee. It's just the mini one in burgundy, so I can get a bigger one or I can get some more mini ones, but I have about this much left, and I was able to make 3 granny squares. I can't remember how many granny squares like makes a sweater, but I mean, that's pretty good progress so far. I'm thrilled with it. But yeah, that's been my night. Like I said, I'm gonna take some medicine. Hopefully it kicks in soon so that I can go to bed. The sleepy tea is already starting to kind of like soothe me. I'm ready for bed. I'm ready to wash my face, go to bed. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Oh, movie night. The boys had so much fun. They had like Kona ice, which is like snow cones. Then they of course had like hot dogs and popcorn and stuff like that for the kids too. The movie was questionable. It was Halloween, so I'll give them that, but it was like, I can't even remember. I took like a couple of clips, but pretty much it's like a Disney's Halloween movie, but it's like 40 minutes long, and it didn't even stay the whole time because I didn't bring a jacket, probably why my throat's sore. And it was literally just like a compilation of a bunch of Disney movies with villains. So it was just like, we just got to see compilations of scenes from classic Disney movies of the villains. So I mean, it was entertaining, but I was just like, what is this? It was funny, whatever. But yeah, the boys had a good night, and they were so cute in their costumes. Axel is Robbie from the horror game Piggy, he tells me. And it's like the robot Piggy in that game. He's all about the horror games these days. And then Roman is, of course, Michael Jackson, because he is obsessed with Michael Jackson's music. And
Oh my god, he looked so cute with the wig and stuff on too, but he wouldn't wear my wig to movie night. He was like, I don't want to have to worry about it. So I was like, okay, you don't have to wear it, but it with the outfit though is, oh my gosh, it's so cute. So I don't have very long to sit and talk with you guys. I actually need to grab my lipstick. Also, can we talk about my shirt? Witchcrafts. So cute. It's one of Stephen Rhodes. I love his shirt so much. I really want to get the Easy Bake Coven one too. But anyways, I don't have much time with you guys this morning because today is Axel's school field trip. So we are going to the pumpkin patch. I'm so excited. I love going to the pumpkin patch, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish I was like going with family today versus the school, but it is what it is. We'll have fun. I think the kids are mainly just gonna play. It's not really gonna be a pumpkin, like fully pumpkin patch vibes, but they do get to pick out little pumpkins to keep, so that's cool. My brain has decided not to work, so I can't remember where I left you guys off. I want to say I was close to finishing Sundial, and I was going to read Hotel Diablo, and that's exactly what I did. Sundial was quite the journey. I liked it. I can say some parts felt too easy, some parts felt very predictable, but like Stephen King said, I feel like there is a portion at the end where you're just like what? But overall, the journey getting there was so much fun because I just kept thinking, this is not going to be an author for me. Not because I don't like her writing. I really like her writing. What it came down to is the characters. I was like, I don't understand these characters. I don't understand why they're making these choices and doing these things. And like, I think I briefly touched on it in the last part, like, why is this lady with her husband? And like, you know, different things like that. Certain things about her family and almost feeling like she's like living like this cult. So I'm just like, is she in a cult? Is she not? There's just so many questions up in the air until the end. And I feel like this works for me because it's an author that's going to wrap everything up in the end. She's going to like really flesh out the story towards the end so that it all pulls together and makes sense to the reader. And I love that. It was unhinged. It was quite the ride and just super unlikable characters, but at the same time, just so many cool aspects of a story that I definitely see why people say this is kind of like a thriller versus horror, but at the same time, it has those horror elements of it with just all the dark stuff that's like kind of wrapped up in between this family and also kind of a almost like paranormal aspect to it. I really liked it. I landed at a 5-star. I was back and forth. I was like, I don't know. I feel like I'm still unsure about Catorina Ward, but I would give this book a 5-star. I really, really liked it. I also landed at a 5-star once again on my reread of Hotel Diablo. And this is just such a cool comic. There is some explicit pictures in here, but it's just a really fun journey. There's like a few different stories, and they're all just super heartbreaking. It's almost like this hotel is a refuge place where people need to come because they're at their like limit, you know, and they need a change in their life or just something. But some of them are so unhinged. And some of them are just like kind of heartbreaking, but kind of a, you know, be like a good feeling in the end type story, you know. There's a couple that are questionable, like writing style and stuff like that. I think I give a 5 for the overall plot of this and how it's almost like they're stepping into another universe when they step into this hotel, and everybody has their own room or their own floor for what they need. And I just absolutely love that. I feel like it's hard to really go into it without spoiling any of them, but upon reread, it was another 5-star. And since I have left you guys, I have also watched Pet Semetery because I had to with just completing it. This is the, what is it, in the 80s, I think? Special effects. Whew, let me tell you, that cat is gorgeous, though. Oh, there it is on the back. So pretty. My sister has a cat that looks similar, and it's so pretty. But it was quite the time. I feel like they give so much away with just like the back cover of this, and it's just wild that I never really knew the entire plot of this story, which was great going into it for the first time. But at the same time, it was kind of like, it was very jarring. But I had such a good time with both. I do think for the movie, because of the changes that were in this from the book, I didn't like that. There was characters completely cut out, like Judd's wife. I found really strange that she was just cut out completely, but other aspects I think were super creepy and cool, and I like what they did with Zelda, the mom, Rachel's like sister. I didn't really talk about her and her part of the story, but that horror aspect, like watching it, was intense. But acting was just not incredible, and again, I feel like there was stuff that they added that was not in the book, and I was just like, what? And like, the screenplay was even written by Stephen King, so it was almost just like they were trying to have a good time with it and just add a little bit of just like, almost like goofy stuff here and there. I did think it was cool that Stephen King made an appearance in it and was just like the reverend or pastor or whatever doing the funeral. That was funny. But I think I am landing at a 3-star with the movie, but still, 5-star book. Book is amazing. Definitely read it if you haven't. I feel like I'm like one of the only people in the world that hasn't read it. And with that being said, I rolled out of Cameron's Library Macabre and I went into the Monster Squad's Haunted Hayride, and I rolled 2 because the first one I landed on was Tales from the Crypt, read a short story or watch a short cartoon or special, and I watched Scary Godmother, which is one of my favorites. When I was younger, I would watch it with my little siblings, and I was Scary Godmother for Halloween one year. I absolutely love her and those movies so much. So I watched the first one with my little boy Axel, and it was such just a cute time. He didn't last for the whole thing, but he did enjoy it and he thought it was funny in parts. And one of my favorite scenes is when Hannah is first picked up by Scary Godmother and they're riding on a broom, and Axel is just like, oh my gosh, like just like transfixed on this, and he said, I wish that was me and you, Mom. And I was like, oh my gosh, me too. Like my little witch heart. Obviously 5 out of 5 for that, because I love Scary Godmother. And then I landed on candy corn, have some seasonal candy. So I need to pick up some candy today, I guess. But that is a wrap because I then rolled out of this location and I'll be going into my next vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will try to remember to pick up candy and wrap up this video so that I can start my part 3, which starting to question if this should be 4 parts because I'm going to have to be posting after Halloween at this point because I'm just behind. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys read, and I'll see you in my next video.